Thank you.
The war that ravaged northern Uganda for more than 20 years and ended some 10 years ago left deep scars in this otherwise great region. Poverty is one such scar. Compared to other regions, national poverty estimates still paint a grim picture. Currently, there are several interventions by government and other development partners making attempts at mitigating the situation. One such attempt is an initiative by NCBA Clusa. The intervention is called Youth Empowerment Through Agriculture, in short, YETA. YETA has been operating in northern Uganda since 2015. The program hopes that by 2020 it will have empowered more than 20,000 youths from the districts of Dokolo, Kole, Kiriandongo, and Masindi. YETA targets out-of-school youths between the ages of 15 and 25 and engages them through trainings in numeracy, literacy, and life skills designed to create long-term engagement. This model is called the Learn, Engage, and Build model.
This project applies a model that we call the Learn, then Engage, and Build model.
Under the Learn model, many teaching techniques are employed, including drama and classroom methods. More than 800 youth associations have been formed and strengthened. This has led to increased learning, and the youth are left inspired and fired up because of their newly acquired knowledge and entrepreneurial skills. Many are launching their own businesses.
As Youth Alive Uganda on the YETA project, one of our models we use in training the youth, that is Education for Life model. Education for Life model is a model where we train the youth to be able to identify themselves from the start, from the stage where they are, then go to a next level where they need to identify their goals, their visioning, and it has helped the youth. Then at the engage level, this is where we take them through a series of trainings in financial literacy, agro-entrepreneurship, agro-technical skills, VSLA, and also foundational skills.
This youth group is called Rotakisha. It is found in Kole district. Their group is barely a year old, but already have great plans.
Machinung bula chela chel beda por e wang tichurno ni grupa wan ka reho beri ni bulinu kartia timo ginora pertek nung buli timalo ara nung bula chela chel nung gera barri nung bula chela chel kikiri leya menti agwa kapire no mano yana por me group beri te group aber ame bulini binu beri kar chel te nung wenno.
And at the build level, which is the third stage, this is where they're supported with an incubation, which is a group activity, a group business from where they should learn and then replicate this best practice on their individual farms.
As a project, we consider training as very important in empowering the young people. We take these young people through a series of trainings, starting with the governance, that is strengthening their leadership. Then after governance training, we take them through financial literacy and VSLA. And after that, we have foundational skills, where we do numeracy, literacy, and sexual reproductive health. Then after that, we take them through agro-entrepreneurship training, where we train them how to manage their businesses. Then, as part of that, we also have what we call the technical skills trainings. This is now mostly practical trainings on how they can manage their enterprises very well.
Trained members of these youth groups have noticeably more self-confidence because of the series of trainings and mentorships that they have gone through. Many of them have very definite goals and plans, as you can hear in these videos.
The reason why I'm saving is only one. I'm saving, I want to, at least in 2 years to come, I should manage to build a permanent house. And that is my target.
Maneno mninatia ni saving. Mimi nataka watoto yangu wakuwe mzuri na family yangu na nyumbani yangu.
I'm by the names of Obeling Etienne. I'm the chairperson of this group, Buliang One Brilliant Youth Group. And as a group, we are also saving. And apart from saving, we are also doing casual work in order to bring up money in our group. So, like in case of any other problems, we cannot go far to look for money. We just pick from our group. We have chosen that whatever farming, growing maize, because we have seen here in our village, most people are growing up sugar canes. There's no this whatever maize are not there. In most cases, if like it comes in dry season or in the other whatever some seasons, you find when the price of maize are very high here, you can find a cup of maize is at 1,000, 800 now. So that we wanted to take that farming of cultivating maize to at least improve our lifestyles of living here.
The trained youths now have been introduced to financial institutions and can now access financial services and funding, which has not been possible for them before. The culture of saving has also been introduced, as 78% of these trained youths now belong to one VSLA or the other. And because of this, many of these youth have launched their own businesses. Many have the goal of setting up their own homes, permanent homes as they call them.
So I'm able to do what I'm doing simply because we received various trainings in trainings and savings. So due to continuous savings and the importance of it, I was able to save some money and set up such a permanent house. So far I'm doing village services, working with animals, so tilling people's lands and making improved yields for sale, which has addressed some increase in money that I get and what I save.
When you move around this region, it's not difficult at all to find some youths engaged in some kind of trade. Many of these have passed through the hands of the YETA program. YETA has reached and trained more than 20,000 youth in governance, foundational skills, financial literacy, VLSC agro, entrepreneurship, and agricultural technical skills. Apart from the trainings in agriculture, these youth have been trained in family planning and prevention of sexually transmitted infections.
Con family planning. Kira ngo amot hiu kere jote ponyi wani ngo kire me data tin ke dora tin chawa kere daki hamira munu jamu no bero family planning. Ko con family planning ma konda mamon nang jote kel data mi wa por ke joda por gigi now niang kire me tik kere.
I'm an enrolled nurse. Agwata Health Center 3. I'm also a youth-friendly service provider. Here we have youth that are being referred by their peer, sponsored by YETA project. They already know me, I am their service provider. So when they come, they go to the youth-friendly corner. We go and offer the services that are available here. So at Agwata Health Center 3, we have services like HIV test, counseling and testing, which is compulsory for all of them, or for any person that comes for service at Agwata Health Center 3. We also have family planning services and counseling. We also have STD treatment. Then also we have career guidance, and we also offer general counseling to them.
These centers are run by Reproductive Health Uganda. But one might be tempted to ask, what has reproductive health got to do with youth entrepreneurship?
You may ask why reproductive health is integrated in this project of YETA. You find that the youth we are working with, they are of age category, that of adolescent category, and they are so active that they need health service and they need to be referred to seek services. That's why we integrated, we are working with nurses from health centers in Tokolo and in Kole. We have trained them on how to handle these youth whenever they are referred to their health facilities. And sometimes they also make further referrals to other, like to health center 4, if the cases are so severe that they cannot manage at the unit, like health center 2 or 3. They now know which health center offer which service, which health center has youth-friendly service, which one does not have. They even know the days they are supposed to go and interact with the nurses. Actually, they're accessing services at their free will.
Apart from the already mentioned approaches being promoted, there are other approaches being employed by YETA in modeling the youth of northern Uganda. One such model is explained here by this YETA youth worker.
This project is promoting a model called Cbsb Model, that is community-based solution providers, where youth are encouraged to provide services to the community at a fee. Some of those services can be technical, for example, spraying services. It can be tillage. It can be ideas like weeding as a group, where they can be able to earn income for the group. So this model is being promoted as a way of raising income among the youth and the youth associations.
Another approach is the use of mentorships. This takes two prongs. One prong is where the youth with similar backgrounds and aspirations come together and share ideas and knowledge. These are called reflection circles.
It ensures self-accountability, self-reflection, and then peer-to-peer mentoring support that will outlive the project. The entire session lasts about 2 hours, and each member is given about 15 minutes to share an issue, identify progress on the issue, and then the member then commits to an action that will be followed up in the follow-on sessions.
The other prong is where prominent members of the communities in which the selected youth live are selected and trained on how to mentor the youth. Their contributions range from conflict resolutions to being a role model, to offering land to the youth groups where the youth groups can set up their projects. Some of the mentors speak here about their experiences.
Very mentor, my group, my nananim. Ikarama Clusa, Yego Tinanian. Eka Tamiyo Gikan, Eka Tangutu Gibera Dam, Keraboko Punigini, Ginpotika Project Chelakan. temi ju logo to kunyu dam gi kana man ti onya regi ye onya fok ka ji kede twang na ngia beri rejini ni ka gino char ko an mi ju gi cheni chingi ke dog bera grupi anena ni mono ti akonyo ti ni yora ber ti anena na ka ti chingi mogo ti diegi mogo ti puni mogo ti gwen mogo da ti ching mogo na to ko na ka charan ko yo ba mogo tu pite na ka nyanya ti udong teka mogo tu med na ka gali chingi ba wo ba chelan to wilo pik ni be ponye ma ponyo gi kede mi an ya be yom to ti ata mani pa we ko ga wa para me de mi yo gitam me ka de ginu kendo binu para mi gidang lobo no we gina dong pe ginu be ti me kar ma nyim be ti gina be pe ko gi
Kondo akisoma butuzi mu kyaro kinu.
I thank Clusa for having come to Kondo Parish, Kisoma Butuzi village.
Mwatuteka mamana abana bano bakore group yabu.
Encourage these youth to form their own group.
Kandi bakora na mani.
And they are hard working.
Kweyemerezaho.
To support themselves.
Bali bayingi.
There are many.
Mbaini nija nabo nituterana mu kukora.
I've always been mobilizing them and encouraging them then to come and work together in the garden. We resolve simple conflicts that develop in a group. Mainly it has been about conflict resolution in the group.
For example,
like previously, one time they received bicycles from a project. Some members believe that they are individuals who are supposed to take their bicycles. Some members thought of even leaving the group, but to encourage them and pull them back. They are now together and they are working as a group.
Now, every youth association in this project is attached to a mentor. The parent mentors have been very supportive, like you have probably heard, especially in areas of conflict resolution, in being able to provide some technical assistance and also facilitate mentorship. This is something that we think in the long run would be able to support the young people.
The youth groups are actively encouraged to be proactive in seeking opportunities. When they are formed, they are facilitated with what YETA calls incubator kits.
When they have gone through all the trainings, the project supports them with incubator kits and several other things, and among them are the bicycles, which facilitate the groups in the different activities. And the purpose of these bicycles are one, for the leaders, they support them to link the group activities. Since these are the leaders in the group, the chairperson, the secretary and the treasurer, they support in linking the group activities, supporting them to facilitate in movements, especially to register the group at both the sub-county level and at the district level, and also do a lot of mobilization for the members in participate in the different group activities. This bike supports them in terms of collecting of data, referral data from the health centers, putting in place that these bicycles support them to reach out to many health centers that are under the project. So the referrals are picked from the health centers by the peer leaders themselves. So the major thing is that these bicycles support to ease movement and to limit the cost of transport incurred by the youth to these different places to get information.
YETA aims to involve the private sector in this noble endeavor. The private sector is considered a pivotal partner in uplifting the youth. The entire agricultural value chain is brought on board. The youth are connected to agricultural input dealers, they are connected to produce buyers and to extension officers, among others.
We have also, been able to link up with private sector actors who have supported these young people through what we call the private sector roundtables, where these individuals and institutions are brought into one room and exposed to the young people. First of all, the young people provide for them market. And also through that forum, they provide an opportunity for giving service to the young people. This has been a success in the Kriandongo region here. We have had lots of support from private sector actors like Post Bank, who have supported the young people to open accounts where they can now be able to save and thereafter access loans.
We've also worked with banks as a source of finances. We already have youth who are getting loans at a fair interest rate of actually, as a group loan, they're getting 2%. This is much better from Postbank. This has actually helped our young people out there to finance their businesses out there. We've also worked with, of course, agro-processors like Tropical Holdings, like they sell seeds to our young youth. Then later on, they actually buy back the produce from the youth. This has helped the project in actually boosting up incubation businesses. This has smartened our innovations when we're working with young people.
Yeta knows that the youth love sports. So among Yeta's approaches, sports has not been left out. This approach has not only helped bring the youths together in groups, making it easier to direct and assist them, it has also another hidden advantage in that it has helped bond the group members together, making it more difficult for the volatile youth groups to disintegrate.
Let me now introduce the team from Kiriandonga. I got intelligence they were just outset. Thank you. Give a round of applause for the quality.
We are proposing as government that...
And finally, even government has not been left out, as explained here.
For the government people, we have what is called the Regional Advisory Committee, which is a non-bureaucratic arrangement within the project that ensures that all the heads of departments of all the 4 districts I mentioned are brought together into one room and are shown the best practice and also updated on the progress so far. This is an opportunity where the major stakeholders sit in one room to identify how far we have gone, sometimes identify the gaps and be able to fill them, in a collective way.
What is most important now is for us to look at how our youth can probably lead a better life. I think also you have made us, everything easy now, because when we now go and visit your groups that you are intervening, we can take examples and then portray the success stories that so far you've already achieved. We can do that as part of a demonstration where other youth can learn from. As I say, it's unfortunate that some youth don't understand us.
This is something that we think in the long run would be able to support the young people. Otherwise, this project is going to close in 2020, and we hope at the time we close we would have made a reasonable impact in the lives of these young people. Thank you.